Hey viewers from both YouTube and Instagram, I wanted to give an update on my big Star Wars project that I'm working on. I'm doing the second part right now, which if I were to make a video of me showing everything, that would probably be in like a month or 2 months or at most 3 months. But I wanted to talk about what I'm doing right now. I have the languages that I talked about in the first part. Feel free to watch that video, it's on my channel. And then I search up the Wikipedia article, go down to where it's mentioned in like other Star Wars mediums, and then I go through all the shows, and I go to the show and I watch it, and then I take photos of whenever the language is mentioned, and note design choices of when the how it looks. So I'm doing this for all the languages that I have put in place. Feel free to watch the first part for more information. Hey viewers, I'm giving an update on the second part of my project, on my Star Wars project, and I've been going through more Star Wars episodes of different shows and taking screenshots. So I've taken 97 screenshots as of just today on many episodes of just the Clone Wars. The episodes are called The Mandalore Plot, Corruption, The Academy, Evil Plans, Sacrifice Brothers, Together Again, A Distant Echo, On the Wings of Karatakax, and Unfinished Business. Now, the languages that I could recognize that I screenshotted, mainly three: Mandoa, Aurebesh, and Outer Rim Basic. So yeah, it's been fun. What's good, viewers? Merry holidays. Christmas mostly, but any other holiday, happy holiday. I wanted to give an update on my Star Wars project because I recently saw some more episodes of Star Wars Rebels, and the episode titles I'll put on the screen right now so you can go if you want to know which ones they are. But on my Instagram, I'll post photos about them and the exact language that I found. But it's great. I mostly saw Outer Rim Basic, Aurebesh, and Mandoa. But also, I found this one language that I think is a language on Lothal, but I'm not too sure. I only think that because one person wears a shirt with different symbols in a line, and those same exact symbols were on a building on Lothal. So that makes me think that, but I don't think I'll be using that. Hey viewers, it's me, Adam Marshall. I wanted to give an update on my Star Wars Project Part 2. The update is going good. I watched more episodes of Rebels, so I finished looking for episodes of those two animated shows that are specifically the Clone Wars and Rebels, and now I'm going to live action shows. So yeah, if you want to know the episodes that I was on, I'll put a photo of it on the screen here. And yeah. What's good, viewers? I'm giving an update on my Star Wars Project Part 2. I watched episodes of The Bad Batch and Tales of the Jedi that showed Aurebesh and also planets that I wanted to go through to work on my project. It was pretty easy. It was 2 episodes of Tales of the Jedi, so max like 40 minutes, and then 3 episodes of The Bad Batch, one of them being an hour long, so the total was like 2 hours. It wasn't really that bad. The episodes, in case y'all were wondering, Tales of the Jedi was the episode Resolve, and then the episode Choices. And the Bad Batch was the episode Aftermath, Rampage, and Common Ground. They're pretty good episodes. And I'm on vacation right now, so I'm planning on doing episodes of The Mandalorian next. All the episodes from, not all of them, but all of them that have languages that I'm going to learn about. Hey viewers, I wanted to give a quick update on my Star Wars Project Part 2 progress. My last update, I watched animated TV shows Tales of the Jedi and The Bad Batch, and today I watched episodes of The Mandalorian. I still have some more episodes to watch, but I got a lot done. I watched chapter 14 from season 2, and then all of season 3. So chapter 14 and then chapters 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So yeah, I got some more episodes of Star Wars The Mandalorian to do, and then I'm all done with that. Hey viewers, I wanted to give an update on my Star Wars Project Part 2. I just finished a lot of episodes of The Mandalorian, chapters 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 16. And I got a bunch of languages from it, got a lot of photos I'll be posting on my Instagram, so please check those out and stay tuned for more updates. Next shows I'm going to go after is Ahsoka, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the Book of Boba Fett. I don't think it will be in that order, but we'll see. Hey viewers, Merry Christmas. I want to give an update on my Star Wars project. I recently watched the Book of Boba Fett, and I watched the first 4 chapters of the Book of Boba Fett. I watched chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. And tomorrow I'll be finishing up chapters 5, 6, and 7. 6, 7. And then moving on to Obi-Wan Kenobi and the Ahsoka TV show. This project has been a lot of fun. So yeah. And sometime I'm going to post on my Instagram photos that I've gotten from The Mandalorian, from the Book of Boba Fett, from all the other shows. So yeah. Hey viewers, I wanted to give an update on my Star Wars project. So today I've done the Book of Boba Fett, chapters 5, 6, and 7, and I also did all the episodes that I marked down for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which are parts 1, parts 5, and part 6. So yeah, right now I'll be moving on to Ahsoka, which I have about 4 episodes to do. So yeah. Hey viewers, I wanted to give an update on my Star Wars project. Today I watched 4 episodes of Ahsoka that had different languages or planets that I was studying. It was part 1, part 2, part 5, and part 6. It's really interesting. The next one that I'm going to be doing is working on about 5 episodes of Star Wars Andor. So I'll let you guys know when I do that. Hey viewers, I wanted to give an update on my Star Wars project. Pretty much what I've been doing so far is watching a bunch of episodes from TV shows or movies and taking screenshots of when certain languages happen. And now I'm analyzing the planets and choosing specific ones. But there's 3 where I need to go through certain lists of planets and choose specific ones. So for ones that include Jedi temples or Sith temples, I'm doing Malachor. For ones that involve, the Trade Federation, I'm going to be doing the Trade Federation, main planet. I forgot what the word was. It starts with an N. And for a planet in the Outer Rim, I'm going to do Christophsis. Yeah. Hey viewers, I wanted to give an update on my Star Wars Project Part 2. I didn't watch any more shows or anything. Instead, I worked on some planets. My next show, I'm going to be watching Star Wars Andor and episodes from that, so stay tuned. But planets that I'm going to be focusing on so far that I have is Coruscant, Mandalore, Lothal, Batuu, Naboo, Tatooine, Ahch-To, Velmor, Pelagon, Nal-Hutta, Christophsis, Malachor, Nymoidia, and A World Between Worlds. I will also be doing some Imperial facilities as well as Jedi tech scrolls. So yeah. This list might change, but this is what I have so far. Hey viewers, I just recorded a video talking about planets that I'm going to be focusing on for my Star Wars project, but I wanted to describe the terrain specifically for all the planets. So I'll be talking about some in this video, maybe I'll have 2 other videos talking about other ones. And I'll just be reading off my notes. Coruscant is an Encunepolis and historically a mountainous terrain. Mandalore historically is forests, lakes, jungles, seas, and mountains. And before the Purge, it was deserts and doomed cities. After the Purge, it's crystals, glass, trinitite, and caverns. Lothal is mountainous, prairies, rock formations, semi-arid savannas, marshes, and farmlands. Hey viewers, I'm here talking about my Star Wars Project Part 2 progress, and I'm going to be talking about some more planets and the terrain for them. Batuu is cenotes, forests, and mountains. Naboo is swamps, hills, plains, cities, and mountains. Tatooine is canyons, deserts, mountains, and rocky bluffs. Ahch-To is oceans and volcanic islands. The Jedi text scrolls I described to be clay, organic silicon hide, paper, and something called Uneti wood. Velmor is forest, grasslands, oceans, Arctic polar regions. Pelagon is oceans. Nal Hutta is swamps. Christophsis is crystalline formations. Malachor is barren wastelands, rocky mountains, caverns. Nemoidia is deserts, fields, and rainforests. And A World Between Worlds is a completely different realm. Hey viewers, I wanted to give an update on my Star Wars Project Part 2. I watched episodes of Andor and got photos of languages like Aurebesh, Futhork, and different ones that I haven't identified fully. But yeah, I got it from Season 1 episodes 1, 2, and 3, and Season 2 episodes 10 and 12. And right now I'm going to be going on to Skeleton Crew, and then we're almost done going through a lot of shows. So then I'm going to progress through other parts to finish part 2. Hey viewers, real quick, I wanted to give an update on my Star Wars project. I finished episodes of Skeleton Crew. It was really short and really easy because it was only really 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew. It was the episode way out past the barrier, and you have a lot to learn about pirates. Those 2 episodes, which is Season 1 episodes 2 and 5, I think. Great episodes, and now I'm moving on to, I think, the last TV show that I'm going to be watching, and then there's going to be some movies that I need to rewatch as well, that I might do, maybe not, we'll see, but I need to watch episodes of Star Wars Resistance now. So, yeah. Hey viewers, I'm giving an update on my Star Wars project. So I was very confused for myself on what to go with next after watching a bunch of short shows with a bunch of different languages. But now I've organized all the screenshots that I have, which I've been posting on my Instagram if you want to check that out. And I have mainly 5 different locations: Coruscant, Lothal, Malachor, Mandalore, and World Between Worlds. But I have a bunch of other planets that I explained in a different video that I need to do, and they are in other shows, so I'm going to make sure I get screenshots from shows first. I'm doing this so that I have a template on what the terrain looks like. And I'll be prioritizing shows and movies before things like comics or like reference images. Hey viewers, I'm recording this on New Year's Eve, so happy New Year's, or New Year's Eve, or soon to be New Year's, or whenever you see this, or happy 2026, 7, 8, 9, or 10. I want to give an update on my Star Wars project and where I'm at so far. I watched a bunch of shows looking for languages, but now I'm watching shows looking for specifically planets. Now, there are some planets that are only in comics that are shown, some planets that are only shown in just basic small media, and I'm looking for one specifically in TV shows now. The first one I'm going to be doing is Nal Hutta, and then I'll be giving updates from there. So yeah, check out my Instagram where I'll be posting the screenshots that I take. Hey viewers, Happy New Year! How's you guys' New Year? Good, great. I want to give an update on my Star Wars project. I watched episodes of a bunch of shows, and specifically the planets Malachor, Nal Hutta, and The World Between Worlds. The episodes are from Rebels, Twilight of the Apprentice, A World Between Worlds, Path of the Jedi, Shrouded of Darkness, and Kindred. From Ahsoka, it was parts 4 and 5, and from the Clone Wars, it was Hunt for Zero, Friends and Enemies, and Eminence. And the next ones I'm going to be doing are, I believe, Naboo. Oh, oops. Naboo, where is it? There's Naboo, there's Ach-2, and there's Batuu. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Hey viewers, I'm giving an update on my Star Wars Project Part 2. I watched some more planets, and I got a lot done. So, there's the planet Batuu, which I watched Young Jedi Adventures, episodes The Tale of Short Spire, The Caves of Batuu, Liz Lost Lightsaber, and Batuu Bonanza. And then there was Naboo, which I watched Young Jedi Adventures Journey to the Bottom of Naboo, The Clone Wars Blue Shadow Virus, The Mystery of a Thousand Moons, Children of the Force, Gungan Attack, Shadow Warrior, and Crisis on Naboo, Tales of the Jedi Resolve, Obi-Wan Kenobi Part 1, Andor Make It Stop. And then for Ach-2, I did episodes 7, 8, and 9. For Jedi Tech Scrolls, I did episodes 8 and 9. And then for Christophsis, I watched the Clone Wars movie and episodes of the Clone Wars Cat and Mouse, The Hidden Enemy, Clone Cadets, Grievous Intrigue, and Shadow Warrior. Hey viewers, I'm going to talk about my plan so far for part 2. So I watched a bunch of show episodes that were specific to first languages. Now I'm going for planets. So now that I have a bunch of screenshots, I'm going to narrow them down to maybe a top 20 list. And I'll be posting them on my Instagram, so feel free to check those out. And then I'm going to be working on refining them, maybe taking out specific details, whatever the case might be, to fit the need that I'm going for. So yeah, stay tuned. Hey viewers, wanted to give an update on my Star Wars Project Part 2. I got some more planets that I got down and photos. I'll be posting them on my Instagram, so check them out. The planets are Coruscant, Lothal, Mandalore, Raxus Secundus, and Tatooine. And the shows, I did Tales of the Jedi Choices, Clone Wars Heroes on Both Sides, and The Bad Batch Common Ground for Raxus Secundus. And then I did episode 4 of Star Wars Biomes, and Star Wars Rebels Twin Suns for Tatooine. And then I did 0 Hour Through Imperial Eyes, Iron Squadron, A Princess on Lothal, Path of the Jedi, Gathering Forces, Droids in Distress, property of Ezra Bridger, and Art Attack for Lothal. I did Old Friends Not Forgotten, The Lawless, Shades of Reason, A Friend in Need, The Academy, Duchess of Mandalore, Voyage of Temptation, and The Mandalore Plot for Mandalore. And then I did Part 7 of Ahsoka, Chapter 19 of The Mandalorian, Andor Welcome to the Rebellion, and Andor Aldhani for Coruscant. And I also did for Coruscant The Acolyte, Lost/Found, Day, Teach/Corrupt, and The Acolyte. So yeah. Hey viewers, part 2 of my Star Wars project is almost finishing up. I just have a couple more things to do, but I want to give an update. Out of all the planets, or like all the backgrounds, there are going to be 2 that's not planets. And then one of them's going to be the Sacred Jedi text, and another one will be looking like an Imperial wall, like the thing you would see in a Star Destroyer or the Death Star. But there are 2 planets that are legends only that I really want to use, mostly because the calendar systems are really cool. It is Velmor and a planet in the Tapani sector. The problem is in the Tapani sector, only one of those are shown in canon, and that is, I don't know, it was mentioned in Battlefront 2 campaign, but they never go on the planet, so I'll let you guys know when it gets to that, but yeah. Hey viewers, I'm finishing up my Star Wars Project Part 2, and I am really close to the end of it. I think the only thing I need to do is crop photos, edit out small minor details, and look for the planet Velmor and a planet on the Tapani sector. It's been stressing me out because it's only in comics and Legend comics, and yeah. So yeah, that's my plan so far. Hey viewers, I got a lot more progress done. I couldn't access any comics, but on Wikipedia websites, it explains what planets in the Tapani sector and the planet Velmor, like, what the terrain looks like. So I found other Star Wars, like, photos of it that I believe is from it, because it's from the Old Republic game, Star Wars The Old Republic, and those planets are also there. I made reasonable connections, but the planet looks similar to a point where I let it be that. So I have all the images. All I need to do now is crop them, edit them a little, in case whatever the case might be. I'll explain later. And then, yeah, check out my Instagram if you want to see it. Also, if you're curious, my Instagram is just the same handle as my YouTube. So, @MarshallYT. Hey viewers, it's 1:23 at night. I cropped images and I'm really excited. So I'm gonna post the cropped ones on Instagram and then I'm gonna be done for the day. Tomorrow I need to edit some of them to remove specific objects and make it be more clean. And the Worlds Between Worlds I'm making all on my own. So that's gonna be fun. And yeah. Thank you for being part of this project. It's not done. Even after part 2, it's not done. There's still a part 3, and then it's really actually done in 2030. So, yeah. Hey viewers, I've been saying this recently, but I'm really close to the end of the second part of my Star Wars project. I finished the photo thing for one of them that I had to edit out, and the World Between Worlds, which I made based off inspiration from Rebels and Ahsoka. So yeah, anytime soon you'll be seeing a video from this account that is me going through every single part of part 2, every little bit and detail. So yeah. Hey viewers, I've been working on my Star Wars project and I'm currently in the second part, but I wanted to talk about some questions that I had for myself on how to get this project done and sort of ways to cut corners. I found a bunch of fonts to use, and there's like specific fonts for different planets and for different things, and so let me just read you the questions that I'm asking myself. Does Naboo use a different Orbesh? Does the Trade Federation use a different Orbesh? Does Droidobesh really get used enough to make it worth it to do? And should I scrap Droidobesh, ergo Batuu, ergo that whole thing? So I'm debating whether or not to just remove Batuu entirely. I'm only doing it because I have the Droidobesh font. And the other two questions, I'm wondering if Naboo uses a different font style for Orbesh, and if the Trade Federation does that as well. Those are the questions that I'm asking, and I'll give updates along the way. And I've been posting videos about once a day, so stay tuned. Hey viewers, I'm giving one of my final updates for my Star Wars project part 2. And that's that. I'm all done. I finished up some things, answered one of these questions, and decided on only one Naboo. Because I was going to have two, one for an Orbesh from Naboo, and another one that is Futhork. But yeah, now it's all done. I'm going to record the video anytime soon, so feel free to check that out on my channel, and I'll also post updates about when it's released and for you guys to check it out. See ya!